Have you ever wondered how plastic bottles, phone covers, or toy car bodies get the perfect shape? All of them are made using something called a mold. A mold is one of the most important tools in manufacturing. It gives shape, size, and accuracy to the final product. In this video, we'll explore what a mold is, how it works, the types, its main parts, and where it's used. A mold is a hollow block or cavity into which molten or soft material is poured or injected. When the material cools and solidifies, it takes the exact shape of the cavity. Think of it like an ice tray. When you pour water into the tray and freeze it, the ice takes the tray's shape. The same principle applies in molding, but with materials like plastic, rubber, or even metals. The main purpose of a mold is to produce identical parts in large quantities, with high precision and good surface finish. From car dashboards and bottle caps to medical syringes and toys, molds help create millions of identical products quickly and efficiently. Without molds, mass production would be almost impossible. Let's understand the different types of molds based on the manufacturing process. 1. Injection mold, used mainly for plastic components. Here, molten plastic is injected into a closed mold under high pressure, then cooled and ejected. Example: bottle caps, mobile covers, and containers. 2. Compression mold, used for rubber and thermoset materials. The raw material is placed into the cavity and compressed under heat and pressure until it takes shape. Example: electrical switch plates and rubber seals. 3. Blow mold, used for hollow objects like bottles and containers. Air pressure blows the hot plastic into the shape of the mold cavity. 4. Die casting mold, used for metal parts like aluminium or zinc. Molten metal is injected into a steel mold under very high pressure. Example: engine housings or gear covers. Now let's look at the main parts of a mold and what each one does. 1. Cavity. It forms the outer shape of the product. 2. Core. It forms the inner shape, for example, the hollow part inside a bottle cap. 3. Runner. A channel that carries molten material from the sprue to the cavity. 4. Gate. The small entry point where material enters the cavity. 5. Sprue. The main vertical passage that connects the machine nozzle to the runner system. 6. Ejector pins. These push the solidified part out of the mold once it's cooled. 7. Cooling channels. They circulate water or oil to remove heat from the mold, reducing the cycle time. 8. Guide pins and bushes. These ensure perfect alignment between the two halves of the mold when it closes. Let's understand how a mold actually works. 1. Plastic granules are melted inside the injection unit. 2. The molten plastic is injected into the mold cavity under high pressure. 3. The mold remains closed while cooling water solidifies the material. 4. After cooling, the mold opens. 5. Ejector pins push out the finished product. 6. The mold closes again, ready for the next cycle. This process repeats hundreds or even thousands of times per day in large factories. Molds are made of strong, wear-resistant metals because they must handle high pressure and temperature. Common materials include hardened tool steel, stainless steel, aluminium, and sometimes beryllium copper alloy for better heat transfer. Choosing the right material affects mold life, surface finish, and cost. Molds are used everywhere, in automotive, electronics, packaging, medical, and household industries. Nearly every plastic or metal product you use daily has passed through a mold at some point. So now you know, molds are the unsung heroes of manufacturing. They shape the modern world around us. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more lessons on tool and die making and manufacturing technology.